So we've just been listening to the album Heritage here. We've been having a listening session. And you mentioned that you were working with Steve Wilson again. And you've done quite a bit with him before. So is it just an award-winning formula? Is that something that just works and you stick with it, or?
No, we haven't won. Actually, we did actually win an award, with like a Swedish Grammy for the album that we did with Steve. But no, we just get along, We've never had, I've always been producing the records that we've done, and never felt that we needed an outside producer. But Steven Wilson was the exception, because he had, he's done, he had visions that I, didn't have. I taught a lot from him.
Yeah.
And the first album he did with us was Blackwater Park, which was a very popular album for us. But that wasn't the reason why we worked with him again. It was just that it worked.
The chemistry was right.
Yeah, it was great, and we're great friends now. And I asked him to help us out for the previous 2 records that we've done. But he was busy with his band or whatever he was doing at the time and couldn't do it, so we asked him again, and this time it worked. So.
Are you a Porcupine Tree fan? Yeah. Yeah, mega.
Ever since Sky Moon Sideways.
Yeah.
His first album with them.
Wicked. So how's it like working with him then? Is it
simple?
Yeah.
He's a music fan, just like we are, and he comes up with ideas. And we say like, yeah, let's try that, or it's like, no, I don't really like that idea. Yeah. Simple as that.
And it's quite nice and easy. The dynamic works well. Then it's like we don't like, do like. There's no sort of clashing. It's all.
Yeah, especially for this last album, he did the mix, But I was there, and there was a couple of suggestions that he had, which I didn't, I didn't really like it that way or something. And it was easier for me this time around to kind of go with my own gut feeling, what I felt like. While in before, I was so impressed with working with him, and like every one of his ideas, I was like, that's a great idea, let's do it, But now I've learned so much from him that I don't think he felt the need to contribute as much. He just did a nice, lush, lovely mix.
It all just worked. Cool. And the album was recorded at Atlantis studio, which was formerly Metronome. And you mentioned that ABBA recorded there. How come you decided on that studio then?
We wanted to record in Stockholm, was one of the reasons. We had never been in Stockholm to record before, but we had recorded a song there, a cover version, in that studio, and felt like, wow, it's a really nice, good old vibe in the studio. And we also wanted to get away a little bit from the generic type of metal productions, and recorded in a studio that had some history.
A bit different. Did you record digitally, or is it on tape, or how?
Yeah, digitally.
Digitally.
Yeah, we would have been on tapes, but tapes. We've done many albums on tapes, and it's a hassle.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking hassle, to be honest. And Pro Tools is just makes everything more simple. Just rewinding the tapes.
Yeah.
It costs like £200. Like it takes such a long time. You're wasting time doing nothing basically with tape. And at the end, I'm not sure. Like I'm really romantic about the old ways of recordings on the tape machine. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I can hear the difference.
Yeah, it's more in love with the idea than the actual outcome.
I think this album sounds more like it's recorded on tapes than some of the albums that we have recorded.
Well, that's why I asked, because you mentioned Pro Tools, but it does. It's got a really sort of rich sound.
It also has to do with the console in the studio. It's an old Neve console from '73.
Yeah.
And the
microphones
are really old.
What mics did you use then? Any particular?
Well, everything from old like Telefunken,
Neumanns
and Old Shores, and
Also, the studio has its own echo chamber, which all the reverbs is taken from, and that's the real deal,
Studio has the room, like the ambience in that room is crazy good.
Yeah. Wow, it sounds magic.
I think the cool thing with the studio is they pretty much kept the same interior.
Same setup.
As it was back in the '60s when it started.
So it was actually like you were recording where ABBA were, like just there.
Yeah,
like the piano where they did Dancing Queen. It's there.
And did you use that piano on it?
No,
it's a pedal board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had all the pedals and strings on it.
And then the marimba, I think it's called Mamma Mia. Tutti, 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 tutti.
You use that?
No, it's there.
You should have tried to sneak it in.
Yeah, but there was no place for a marimba this time.
Yeah.